Hey guys, what about Ameobi here? Bringing you some more news from PGA Tour 2K23. Today they have announced some of the official, I'm assuming some of the official courses that are going to be in the game. Maybe at launch, this is what we're looking at. There will be more that are added as we go forward, but we'll have a look at what we've got here, and then there's a couple additions, couple surprises, quite honestly. So if we look at the pictures up top, we've got East Lake, which is where the Tour Championship was just held. That's obviously going to be in there. For any kind of PGA Tour career mode, you need to have the Tour Championship. Sawgrass, it's been in every PGA Tour game I think I've ever seen. And that goes back 30 years or more. So not surprised to see that there. St. George's is an interesting one. St. George's Golf and Country Club. Toronto area. I'm not sure if it's actually in Toronto. I think it might be actually. But Stanley Thompson design. Stanley Thompson is a relatively famous Canadian designer. He's really famous around the golf design nerds, but well-known Canadian as well. And he's got a lot of courses across Canada, and in Southern Ontario in particular. I know half an hour from where I am, there's St. Thomas Country Club, which is also called Union, which is one of his designs. It's really good. I've played it a few times, and it's good fun. So really cool to see that out. To see that in there is also where the Canadian Open was hosted this year, and it was hosted there, few years back as well. But it seems to be kind of in the rotation of courses that the Canadian Open is going to play at. And then Scottsdale, yeah, you're going to kind of need that for the 16th, if nothing else. And that was in this previous game too. And then underneath it, we've got Wilmington Country Club, the South Course. I have to be honest with you, I don't know that course. St. George's, we've already talked about. Atlantic Beach Country Club, I've seen that in previous games. I don't remember it too well, but I know it's there. Copperhead is one of the Florida swing events. Used to be the J.C. Penney way back when. It was a PGA, LPGA, co-sanctioned, silly season event where it was teams of like a male and a female. Riviera is, going to be a big one. The Genesis, that's Tiger's tournament. It's going to be one of those elevated tournaments going forward with this new schedule. Detroit Golf Club, okay. It was in this game. I found it boring. Bay Hill, Arnold Palmer Invitational. You're going to want that one in there. Great course. East Lake, we just talked about. Quail Hollow in Charlotte. They have a tournament there every year, and they have hosted the PGA Championship and either have or are hosting the President's Cup. I can't remember if they've already had it or if it's coming. I haven't followed PGA Tour much in real life, which is kind of sad. TPC Summerlin is Vegas. So the Justin Timberlake something classic. TPC Louisiana, TPC Boston, TPC Twin Cities, TPC Scottsdale, we said, TPC River Highlands in Hartford, TPC Deer Run in the Quad Cities, TPC San Antonio, already got Sawgrass, TPC Southwind, which is Memphis, I think. They just played the first round of the playoffs there. And then the Renaissance Club, another one I don't really know too well. So a lot of TPC courses, again, for PGA Tour game. Not surprising at all to see TPC courses there. I will be honest, I'm not massively excited about them, mainly because TPC courses are more or less built to hold golf tournaments. They have infrastructure created around them for golf tournaments, and that's why they're put there. When I'm playing a video game, I don't really care how well a course can handle a tournament. I want to play the course, and I just want to play a course that's great, and I actually prefer courses that don't have the tournament objects. So, but I think for a PGA Tour branded game, you need the TPC courses in there. They have to be. And then when we get to the bottom here, post-launch and free. So free DLC will be coming after launch. They don't specify exactly when, but it will be coming. Pebble Beach, Spyglass Hill, Torrey Pines North and South. So Pebble Beach is a big one. I know that's obviously a very famous course. I know it's one course that I think in 2K21 people constantly asked for a playable version of it if somebody had made it. So having that in there is going to be big. That'll be something they can definitely market around. That course, I think it's 1919 it started. I feel like the 2019 US Open was the 100th anniversary of it. I think that's why they had it there. I might be wrong on that, but having Pebble Beach is a big deal. And because it's a PGA Tour event course that they play there every year, it's not going to conflict with EA having the major license for the majors, including the US Open, because even though the US Open is played at Pebble Beach on occasion, about every 10 years or so, it is a PGA Tour course as well. So, it's cool. I hadn't really thought that through, and then when I just thought for a second, I was like, oh yeah, I guess that does make sense. Because I kind of thought EA would have Pebble Beach and 2K wouldn't because of the major aspect of it. But when you think it through a little bit, you realize, well, no, it can go in the PGA Tour, in the game that doesn't have the majors. Sorry, Spyglass Hill is part of the rotation. They don't have the third part of the rotation, and I forget what the name of that course is. It's not Cyprus anymore. That was a long time ago. They stopped going to Cyprus because of membership policies. And then they had another course whose name escapes me right at the moment. And they're at a different one now. But it would have been cool to have all three of them. So the Pebble Beach and the AT&T Invitational now? Pro-Am? Anyways, the Pro-Am tournament there, you'd be able to play all three courses. And then Torrey Pines having the North and South, that allows them to do the course the tournament that's played there. Buick Invitational. And again, Torrey Pines South being a US Open course, but it is also a PGA Tour event course. So a lot of courses at launch. They're doing a good job of getting content out there for people to get excited about playing the game. I think out of all of this, it's Pebble Beach that's going to carry it. That's kind of newer. It's going to give people an incentive to get the game so that they can play Pebble Beach. I really believe that. The other courses in here, I don't like Scottsdale, maybe Sawgrass, maybe maybe Riviera, maybe Bay Hill. I don't really think the other ones are really going to do a huge amount to move the needle, but I think Pebble Beach really will. I think Spyglass Hill is a bit underrated because it's in the same tournament as Pebble Beach, and so it's kind of under its shadow. I know the design community is not a massive fan of Torrey Pines. I do think that might get some traction amongst casuals though too, because the US Open was there not that long ago, and you also have the 2008 US Open with Tiger and Rocco. So it's going to carry some weight because of that. But really interested to see what goes forward and what more information they give us. What I really want to see now is I want to see some actual gameplay. I want to see how the mechanics work. I want to see how the short game has been changed. Looking at Crazy Canuck 1985 and B101 Designs, their videos when the original trailer came out, not the second trailer came out, sorry, and they'd had an opportunity to play the game. They talked about a lot of stuff that really piqued my interest, like chipping being more difficult, being above the hole being more difficult, the way the skill tree was going to work, the fact that you were going to take your golfer into online societies, stuff like that. So that's some of the stuff I want to see going forward, but we'll get it in time. I think this is a good Tuesday piece of content. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe, make the algorithm do its stuff. Helps the channel, helps me know that you like what I'm doing here. Any comments or questions, fire them in the comments below. I tend to answer all of them, so put them in there. When we've got more news, I'll make more videos. But for now, cheers, guys.